And as you can see, this toolbar is like super easy to follow, and you can just click and get to wherever you need to go from one simple place, which is really nice. So we have two activity maps set up right now, and activity maps are one of the most time-sensitive tools that social engagement has. You can see that it only shows things within a 24-hour window, so it picks up things very quickly. The way that you create them is very similar to everything else. I'll just show you so you can see that you have all of the different drop-downs that we've seen in other things, and you can choose if you want it to be a buzz map or a sentiment map. So what a buzz map is it'll show you by a fading blue color how old posts are. So this old blue or dark blue is an older post that's kind of closer to the 24-hour mark, but the light blue is closer and more recent to the now mark. And as you can see, this gives you a really great look into across the globe what people are saying about you. So if you're running campaigns, or maybe there's someone has a bad experience at in Texas, you can see how far that reach goes. And something cool about the activity maps is you can click on any of these bubbles and it'll show you the post right here, or you can just pull out all of the posts by this tab, and you can scroll through and you can see the sentiment behind them. And you also gain these insights of what the most commonly used phrases are saying. Another cool thing that you can do is you can see the percentage of the sentiment across the globe. So only 5% negative sentiment, oh, that's not bad for today. And you can also visualize that through this activity map, where you can just change it over, and you would just click this drop down to see it in the form of a sentiment map. And so this is cool because it'll show you, again, if there's a negative tweet in one area of the world, you can see if that leads to other negative tweets in that area. Or if you're running a campaign, you can see if it's providing positive results in the area where you're running it, or fill in the blank. It just depends on your organization and how you run things, but it's a great tool for being able to visualize what people are talking about and where they're saying it. And you can also see the sentiment behind it and also the time behind it, which is a pretty useful tool for a lot of marketers, because like I said, if you're going to understand complaints in different areas of the world, you might find that there's a common thread, or that there's something that happened, or etc. So that's a pretty useful tool to be able to tell what people are saying and where they're saying it. So that is the first tool that we have for understanding in social engagement. So I'll tab back over to our internet view and show you analytics. And so analytics is obviously a pretty cool looking tool, just bare minimum. And even better is anything that you click on within analytics is able to further drill down so you can further understand. You can see in the middle we have our volume of posts, and you can see how you've tracked day to day. We have the sentiment widget over here. We have our different categories, our location, sources, authors. And what's even cooler is that you can click on your search topics. And like I said, when we were talking about the search setup, you put your different searches into their relevant buckets, so you can get an overview of maybe your products or your campaigns, and you can see the posts about those. You can see the sentiment behind those, the volume, what have you, and you can click on the positive, and then you get to see different filters. You can look at positive posts in America and see even further, and it's really easy to just close out of those filters by closing out of them up here at the top. But say you want to know even more, and you want to know about SharePoint, you can click on SharePoint, and you can click on negative posts, and that gives you insights about what people are saying in a really big picture way. You can see how far it reaches, how many of them, what the key phrases have been. And even better, you can pull out posts and you can see what people are saying once this loads. So that's a really cool tool that you can use to be able to get that big picture understanding and really see what people are saying and where they're saying it.